Hello, everyone. It is Dr. Christine Kaczmar here. Welcome into episode 36 of Smart Digestion Radio. And today we're going to dive even deeper into energy deficiencies, but mainly we're going to talk about the three sources of energy. Stay tuned.
There are certain bodily things a lady doesn't discuss. Unless it's this lady. Welcome to Smart Digestion Radio with Dr. Christine Kaczmar, the Poop Scoop Show for the wellness-minded.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode. Thanks, guys, for listening. I always appreciate your feedback. Thank you for being here and for commenting on my show. Appreciate it so much. I have a goodie for you today, too. We're talking even more about energy. We're going to talk more about the food sources and all of that. But before, I just want to know how you guys are doing. What's up? Make sure you connect with me inside my Facebook group, guys. It is healthyrebelsfb.com is how you get the invite. Totally private group, totally free group. Get lots of value over there in that group as well. Even more effort and energy, really, speaking of energy, is devoted inside that group. That's my main hub. If you want to connect with me if you want to know where I'm at more than any other is what I'm trying to say, it's inside that group. So I hope that you check it out, healthyrebelsfb.com. I'm recording this on Monday. It's July 24th, and just got back from a great weekend. My little nephew had graduated from high school, so that was a lot of fun, seeing all the people hanging out there and just kind of tapping into what everybody's up to. Like, I love talking to young people. I was asking them what's their favorite app on their phone, and every one of them pretty much said Snapchat. And I thought, that's fascinating, more than Instagram stories, huh? So that's what I was up to. Let's get into today's episode, all about energy and food and all kinds of goodies. I know you're really going to enjoy it. So here it goes. If you were to explore some of the quotes on energy, you could find a lot of really cool things, such as, you will never speak to anyone more than you speak to yourself in your head. Be kind to yourself. Be the energy you want to attract. Let me remind you, wherever your focus is directed, that's where your energy goes. Whatever you allow in your space, you eventually become. Or, your energy introduces you before you even speak. 2, the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. As well as, good vibes, positive energy, and amazing souls are all I ever want around me. Positive energy can heal the universe. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. Suffering is not holding you, you are holding suffering. So these are quotes from all various types of people, Buddha and what have you. You could, search these on Pinterest, on the internet. Things like vibrate higher, things like train your mind to see the good in every situation, or energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. Be the energy you want to attract. Promote what you love rather than bashing what you hate. Energy, energy, energy. It's everywhere. You are energy. But did you really consider and realize that the food you are eating is also energy? When it comes to the main sources of energy the body needs, there are 3 primary reasons the body needs energy. 1, to supply the brain. 2, to supply the viscera or the organs. And 3, to keep us upright against gravity. The body uses this energy in this exact sequence. First, the brain gets it. The brain is the most important. Second is the heart. Third is the liver. These 3 organs, brain, heart, liver, give off more heat, use more energy than any other system organ in the body. If you want to get more in depth on the fat, carb, protein aspects of things, check out my previous podcast I did a few weeks back, and you can get there by going to thedigestiondoctor.com/32. thedigestiondoctor.com/32. And by the way, if you go to thedigestiondoctor.com, in the main menu bar at the top, you'll see podcasts. Click on that and you'll see all the previous episodes right there for your listening pleasure. So what I want to do now is get more in depth on, it's all about energy. This is what I want to talk to you about. It's all about energy. Once we identify the cause of energy deficiencies, then the treatment is obvious. And I'll talk to you more about that as we go. I've mentioned this before as well, but one of the main indicators that I ask my patients when they come to see me is, do you have headaches? Do you get queasy nausea? What is your energy like if we have a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst? And you would be surprised perhaps that the most common answer I get for that energy score, if 10 is the best energy ever, can't get better, right? 1's the worst. The most common answer that I'm given is a 5 or a 6. I can't even relate to that. But the fact is that that's most people that come to see me, right? They don't even know what functioning at an 8 or a 9 feels like on an energy scale. But food is your real energy. And when I say food, I'm talking about your macronutrients, your fats, your carbs, your proteins. And on episode 32 of Smart Digestion Radio, I got more in depth about that. And what I'm saying to you is we get our energy from those 3 nutrients in this order. Carbohydrates, that's their primary role, is energy supplying nutrient. That's what they do. They give us energy. Body gets energy from carbohydrates first. Second, it gets our energy from proteins. And last, this is more of an emergency situation, is when the body is getting energy from fats. Now, I'm not talking about if you're operating on a ketogenic diet or something like this. That's different. But again, in the sequence, this is how the body taps us for energy from our foods. Carbohydrates, then proteins, then your fats. Let's break this down further for you. Let's hit this even deeper. So when you're not getting proper energy, guess what's going to happen? You're going to continually crave carbohydrates and sugar. Carbohydrates and sugar, same concept, okay? If you're not properly getting energy, your body's going to crave sugar. You're going to want those sweets over and over and over. Because guys, carbs yield energy, period. That's it. Proteins yield insulin, thyroxine, hemoglobin, epinephrine, your neurotransmitters. Protein is your healing nutrient. But we should not be getting our energy source first from protein. It should be from carbs. And when that's not enough, then your body's going to tap into protein sources as a means of energy. When it comes to fats, fats yield fatty acids such as triglycerides. Okay, these are things that can lead into your omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, and so on. Prostaglandins. These are inflammation chemicals. These are pregnancy chemicals to stay pregnant, to get pregnant, to stay pregnant. All of that has a lot to do with prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are powerful vasodilators, or opening up your vessels. It's important to know that prostaglandins are derived enzymatically from fatty acids. Phospholipids, these are your cell membranes. Sterols and cholesterol are made from fats, and your sex hormones. I broke it down more for you that it's carbohydrates, energy, period. Proteins, we talked about, they're going to supply insulin, thyroxine, hemoglobin, neurotransmitters, etc. And fats, the fatty acids, prostaglandins, phospholipids, sterols, cholesterol, sex hormones. Now keep in mind, your vitamins and minerals alone do not supply energy. Let me say that again. Vitamins and minerals alone do not supply energy. Only in the presence of enzymes will vitamins and minerals perform. Once we are under stress, again, the categories of stress are physical, emotional, nutritional. Once we are under stress, and once the organs or viscera are affected, involuntary muscle contractions will occur. And for those of you who live locally, who come to my office in person, this is the most important test I could ever perform on you. And this test is something that I do while you're fasting. So while you're fasting is while you're sleeping. You wake up, you don't eat, you come in. I check 20 plus different viscera organ points. Then I challenge to see how you digest food. I give you a very specific macronutrient drink. It's like a tea. Equal amounts of fat, carb, and protein is in this drink. It's just a mug of it, I promise you. We wait 45 minutes for you to digest that. Equal fat, carb, protein. And then I'm rechecking you again to see, did those involuntary muscle contractions go away? Did they intensify, or are new ones present? This is the digestive stress test that I perform in my office that I cannot do virtually. Medications cover up human enzyme systems, guys. They cover them up. This is why the medical model is broken. Again, when it comes to crisis and emergency care, when it comes to if someone has a gunshot wound, burn victim, these types of ailments, these types of severe things require fantastic medical doctors. And that's what we have here in the States, right? And throughout the world, hopefully. Crisis and emergency care has its place. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the broken medical model because they're treating everybody the same. I'm talking about the broken medical model because you cannot restore function to the body with prescription medications. It's impossible. These are not foods. The only thing that will restore function back to the body is food. Food is the real medicine. And when you have energy deficiencies, because you're not properly effectively either eating or digesting fats, carbs, and proteins, these are your energy suppliers, eventually symptoms are going to result. Eventually, these involuntary muscle contractions are going to occur, and I'll be able to note that. All right, let's take a quick break, and I'll be right back. The phrase, you are what you eat, is false. Better said, you are what you digest. Hey, it's Dr. Christine Kaczmar here, and if you're listening and you're out of state, maybe you live in Florida, maybe you live in Texas, and you'd like to work with me, I have you covered. Go to virtualdigestiondoc.com. That's virtualdigestiondoc.com. You will see there are 3 very specific ways that we can work together, even at long distance. Check out virtualdigestiondoc.com. Are you tired of being gassy and bloated and feeling like you got a bowling ball in your belly? I've got you covered there too. Go to omegadigestion.com to pick up my flagship product, Smart Carb. Smart Carb is a digestive enzyme with all of the enzymes in it you need to digest fats, carbs, proteins, dairy, you name it. It also has the healing botanicals of turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon. Check it out by going to omegadigestion.com. That's omegadigestion.com. Okay, we are back. If you want to talk a little bit more specifically about some of the diseases related to each of these macros, I'm going to start with carbs. Related diseases to carbohydrate deficiency, in other words, energy deficiency related to carbohydrate, are going to be allergies, asthma, and heart disease. Energy deficiencies related to proteins, diseases related to that are cancer, arthritis, kidney disease. And related diseases to fat deficiencies are diabetes, stomach disorders, and other things. Therefore, when you're talking about energy, when I'm asking my patients about what is your scale of energy between 1 and 10 on a regular basis, what are you? When people are scoring themselves a 5 or a 6, understand that this is primarily coming from the fact that they're not properly digesting and utilizing their food, their fats, their carbs, their proteins in this example. We need to really get this clear. The phrase, you are what you digest, is so wrong. You are what you digest is so wrong. So many people that see me are eating well. So if they're eating so well, then why aren't they well? Why aren't they healthy? Because just because you put something in your mouth does not mean your body's going to effectively use it. So the better phrasing is, you are what you digest. Your energy comes from what you are able to digest. So when we're talking about energy deficiencies, when we're talking about stiff, achy joints, headache, heartburn, diarrhea, Crohn's, colitis, nausea, when we're talking about all of these different symptoms, they all are traced back to the gut. They are all traced back to the inability to digest food. They are all traced back to not having enough energy. They are all traced back to a leaky gut. The question now becomes, how do I find out what I'm not properly digesting? This is the question I get so much. And how I want to help you is by directing you to my site, virtualdigestiondoc.com. virtualdigestiondoc.com. This is for people who are not local, who don't live near Metro Detroit, Michigan. Although I've had people fly as far away from Australia to come see me. Shout out to Erin. But obviously that's not typical. That was quite a commitment she made, and she's better off for it. She's doing wonderfully. But for those of you who want to work with me, get on the phone with me, work with me with a variety of different levels. I have 3 options I want to talk to you about right now. And number 1 is Take Action Basic. That's my entry level option. This is where we're going to get on the phone for approximately 30 minutes. And I'm going to ask you the right questions to help me identify some of your hidden sources of energy deficiency. And then we'll come up with a game plan after the end of that call. My next package is called Take Action Plus. Again, these are found from virtualdigestiondoc.com. In this, you're getting everything from the first package, the Take Action Basics. So you're getting the consultation, me identifying some hidden sources of energy deficiency, but you're also going to get the Leaky Gut Test Kit. And so this is going to include a food log that I'm going to review for you for 3 days and tell you what you're eating that you shouldn't be and what you need to be eating. It's also going to include a food guideline. You're going to test into one of 2 specialized diets that I've created for you. It's going to include the follow-up to the results of your leaky gut test kit. This leaky gut test kit is a very specific digestive urinalysis. It's a 24-hour look into what's happening with your urine. I don't test stool. I don't test blood because I don't need to. This also includes the results of that urine test. It includes the binder that we send to you with all of your results inside. And most importantly, it tells me your areas of nutritional weakness And I'm going to give you my recommendations for whatever 4 formulas your body is asking for. And finally, the third and most comprehensive package is called Take Action Elite. This is where you're getting everything from the first 2 packages. So you're getting the consult, you're also getting the leaky gut test kit, you're getting all the analysis and all the review of what's going on with you, but it also includes weekly appointments for 1 month. It's not enough for me just to test you and find out your areas of energy deficiencies. It's also me letting you know, what we need to be doing next, me holding your hand, if you will, virtually, to make adjustments as we need to go. So this Take Action Elite, not only are you getting all the testing, you're getting the consult first, all the testing next, all the results after that, but now you're going to be working with me over the phone every single week for 4 weeks. You're also going to get your first 4 bottles of your nutritional formulas for free, and it's just the way to go. If you really want the most comprehensive way for me to work with you, I recommend Take Action Elite. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Smart Digestion Radio, talking a little bit more about when you're walking around with heartburn, as an example, you need to be thinking that it's not just heartburn, it's energy deficiency. If you're walking around with severe gassiness and bloatiness and constipation, I don't want you to be thinking just that. I want you to be thinking, I have energy deficiencies. And most importantly, I want you to be hearing this episode and thinking, Dr. Christine can help me because she's looking at me in an entirely different way. This is why the medical model is broken. This is why my mission is to save 5 million lives from the broken medical model. As I see the patients come into my office who have been that route and they're sick and tired of it and they're getting no relief from it because prescription medications are never going to restore function, people. I really hope you're hearing me say that. We need to be looking at energy deficiency and understanding that that is a food problem. That is a digestive and gut problem. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode and please share it out. Thanks for listening and I'll see you next time.
Alrighty then, another episode of Smart Digestion Radio is in the books. However, the conversation never stops there. Great hubs to connect with me are going to be my Facebook page, which is The Digestion Doc. That's my handle on Twitter and Instagram as well. If you are interested in joining my community, my private inner circle over on Facebook, go to healthyrebelsfb.com. That's healthyrebelsfb.com. And my other main sites are thedigestiondoctor.com and omegadigestion.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a part of the mission. My mission is to save 5 million lives from the broken medical model, and I cannot do it alone. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.